Virgo, do you feel it? Something ancient is waking up, and it's calling you. For weeks, the universe has whispered in your dreams, in moments of silence, in signs only you could notice. But now, the whispers are done. On June 19th and 20th, the cosmic volume rises. It won't just tap on your shoulder anymore. It will shake your soul awake, because something big is coming, and it's tied to your soul contract, your mission, and a karmic door that opens only once every 7 years. Miss these next 2 days, and you might miss the life you were actually born to live. But catch the signs, catch all 4 of them, and everything begins to shift. You stop doubting, you stop shrinking, and you step into the future your soul has been quietly building behind the scenes. So Virgo, I ask you this. Are you ready to see what's been hidden? Are you willing to finally let go of the old timeline? So the real one can begin? This is more than a prediction, it's a prophecy, and your moment is now. Virgo, something big is coming. June 19th to 20th. Comment, I'm listening, universe. Virgo, every few years the universe calls on you to step forward, to lead with clarity while others wander in confusion. But this year, 2025 isn't just another chapter. It's the beginning of a final rewrite, a reset of everything you thought you were, and everything your soul knows it came here to be. Right now, you are standing inside the final phase of a 33-year karmic loop, one that began around 1992, and now it ends. On June 19th and 20th, a powerful cosmic portal opens, not just a date, not just an astrology trend, but a spiritual intersection where 3 massive forces collide. Mercury, your ruling planet, activating soul clarity and mental breakthroughs. The summer solstice, the longest, brightest day of the year, shining direct light on what's been hidden in your subconscious, and a forgotten Virgo-aligned star that ancient astrologers once called the Eye of the Oracle. It only wakes every few decades, and when it does, it pulls ancient soul codes back to the surface. If you've been restless, if your sleep has been strange, if you felt like something big is coming, but you can't name it, it's not in your head, it's in your soul's calendar. You are being summoned to step into the next version of you. You see, you're overthinking? That's not your flaw. That's your early warning system. Your doubt? It's just a sign that your soul is cracking through the old programming. Your confusion? It's the fog before the lightning. And when that lightning hits on these 2 sacred days, you'll finally see what's been forming behind the scenes for years. But only if you pause, only if you notice the energy, only if you trust that this moment was never meant to be ordinary. Because for Virgo, this is a destiny checkpoint. This is a once-in-a-generation realignment, and the universe is asking you, do you want to repeat the old karmic cycle? Or do you want to rewrite your future, starting now? Key message on screen. Your thoughts aren't the problem, they're a symptom of your soul preparing to break out. You're not falling apart, Virgo, you're being reassembled. Virgo, the first sign that something big is coming isn't something outside you, it's a storm within you. And if you felt this lately, like a strange rising pressure in your chest, like you're running out of time but don't know what for. You're not broken, you're not going crazy, you're tuning in. This is inner restlessness, and it's not your enemy, it's your activation alarm. Lately your sleep may feel weird. You wake up in the middle of the night, thoughts racing, a strange heaviness in your body, but a spark in your mind. You're losing interest in conversations, relationships and routines that once felt safe, but now feel fake. You're noticing more silence in yourself, more moments where the world feels too loud, and yet your own inner voice gets clearer. That's not apathy, that's preparation. Because between June 19th and 20th, your soul is trying to break through, and before it rises, It shakes. Restlessness is your soul's birth contractions. It's your future timeline knocking on the door of your current reality. When you feel like you're outgrowing everything, that's because you are. The old patterns, roles and beliefs, they were made for the version of you the world accepted, not the real one that's been buried under years of perfectionism, overthinking and people-pleasing. This pressure inside you, it's sacred. It's a sign you're ready to shed the skin that was never truly yours. So don't run from the discomfort. Don't numb it with distractions. Don't silence it with logic. Sit with it, ask it questions, let it teach you. This restlessness isn't a curse, it's your compass. It's trying to pull you toward the version of life that feels like freedom. And when the portal opens on June 19th and 20th, this energy will rise even stronger. If you've been waking up thinking, I can't do this anymore, you're right. You weren't meant to do that version of life anymore, because your soul is ready for something more aligned, more honest, more you. Don't ignore this feeling, Virgo. It's your first sign, and your soul never whispers without reason. The second sign is subtle, but powerful. You've likely already felt it. Random memories, sudden dream fragments from years ago, or intense déjà vu moments that make you stop and ask, have I lived this before? These aren't just thoughts, they're soul echoes, waves from a timeline that's now touching your present. Between June 19th and 20th, a rare gateway opens, and during this window, your soul will begin to replay the moments you haven't fully integrated or released. Some of those memories may be from your childhood, moments you thought you forgot, or dreams you had that didn't make sense back then, but suddenly feel like messages now, and some aren't from this lifetime at all. You may see faces you've never met, feel emotions that don't match your current story, be drawn to eras, places or people without logic. Why? Because this portal is merging the past, the present, and the timeline you're meant to walk next. It's what mystics call a timeline collision. A moment when your soul tries to correct the path by sending you signs from where you once were and where you were meant to go. So if a memory surfaces this week, don't brush it off. Don't tell yourself it's random. Write it down. Feel into it. Ask, what does this moment want me to heal or reclaim? Because these memories, they're keys. They're unlocking something ancient inside you. A version of you that holds the courage, the clarity, and the magic you need for the next chapter. This isn't just nostalgia. It's a message from the soul you once were, reminding you of the soul you're becoming. The third sign doesn't come from within you. It comes from around you. Virgo, you notice the things others miss, the small shifts, the patterns, the energy in the room that changes, even when no one else feels it. So when the universe wants to speak to you, it does so in your language, through subtle, repeating symbols. Have you seen 1111 more often lately? Or maybe 717, 33 or 444? Do you keep catching glimpses of animals acting strangely around you? Butterflies circling your path, birds landing nearby and staring, feathers appearing right where your feet land? Have you walked into a space and suddenly felt a chill, even though the air was still? Or smelled something sweet, ancient or familiar, but there was no source? These are not random, they are cosmic signals. The divine is trying to break your overthinking loop by delivering signs that bypass the mind and speak straight to your soul. Because Virgo, you often seek answers through logic, but this season, the answers you seek will not come from analysis, they will come from alignment. When you start noticing repeating numbers, that's a sign you're in sync with a divine pattern. When nature responds to your energy, that's confirmation your frequency is rising. And when odd symbolic things begin happening in your day-to-day, don't dismiss them. They're messages, whispers from the other side, little nudges from your guides, your higher self. maybe even versions of you from a parallel timeline. The message: keep going. Yes, you're on the right path. Pause, something sacred is trying to reach you. You asked for a sign, and now the signs are everywhere, but only if you're willing to see with your intuition, not just your eyes. This is the universe's version of a text message, not in words, but in energy, in repetition, in the wild, beautiful poetry of the world around you. So Virgo, if something strange catches your attention, don't scroll past it, don't explain it away. Feel it, thank it, and ask, what are you trying to show me? Virgo, if you've been feeling like you're done playing small, like you're trapped in a story that no longer fits, that's not a breakdown, that's a breakthrough. The fourth and final sign is the loudest of them all. You feel a sudden, overwhelming urge to cut the rope, that job that drains your soul, that relationship that clips your wings, that belief that says you're too much or not enough. It all feels too heavy now, too tight, too false. And it is, because your soul is trying to break free. This urge isn't random, it's not emotional, it's not even rebellious, it's ancestral, it's ancient, it's coming from the deepest, most eternal part of you, the part that remembers who you were before the world told you who to be. For too long, you've followed the rules, you've stayed in line, you've edited yourself to be liked, accepted, or realistic. But now, that mask is slipping, that cage is shaking, and your true self is waking. Between June 19th and 20th, the portal doesn't just open in the sky, it opens inside you. You'll feel this moment like a spiritual earthquake, something telling you, leave the pattern, say the truth, walk the other way, even if they don't understand. And yes, it might scare you, because breaking free always does. But guess what? If it doesn't scare you a little, it's probably not big enough to change your life. You didn't come here to stay trapped in comfort. You came here to rise, to remember that you have wings, and to fly, not away from something, but toward your real timeline. This isn't you being dramatic. This isn't you being ungrateful. This is your truth, finally becoming louder than your fear. So, Virgo, if you feel like you can't breathe inside your current life, it's because your soul is craving oxygen. Don't ignore this feeling. Don't suppress it. Don't shrink. This is your permission. This is your wake-up call. Cut the rope, step out, and walk toward the future that was written in your soul long before you were born. Virgo, if you honor these 4 signs, if you trust what your soul is trying to show you, then June 19th and 20th won't just pass you by. They'll change everything, because this isn't about surviving another shift. This is about stepping into your new chapter, a chapter where confusion turns into clarity. You finally understand why things didn't work before, why the detours happened, why the people left, why you had to go through the storms, a chapter where your real purpose becomes visible. The fog lifts, the pieces fit, and your mission, the one only you can fulfill, starts to shine through. A chapter of healing that accelerates, not because someone else saves you, but because you finally say yes to your own soul. A chapter where draining patterns dissolve toxic relationships, old habits, the cycles that once held you back. They naturally fall away because they can't survive your rising frequency. And most importantly, you unlock the next soul timeline, the timeline where you stop shrinking, stop questioning, and start living in alignment with who you really are, not the version you've performed, but the version you were born to become. You've been here before, haven't you? Felt the edge of transformation and backed away. But this time, you don't have to repeat the past. This time, you can step through, and what's waiting on the other side isn't just peace, it's power, it's purpose, it's freedom. Virgo, this isn't just another horoscope. This isn't a trend. This isn't a theory. This is your moment. You've felt it for years, and that you were born different, that you see things others ignore, that you feel deeper than you were ever allowed to show. Since childhood, you've questioned the rules. You've searched for the hidden meanings. You've carried the weight of truth in a world addicted to illusions. And now, finally, the timing has caught up to the truth inside you. June 19th and 20th. These aren't just dates, they're destiny checkpoints. The portal is opening. And you, Virgo, are being called to step through. You're not here to stay silent. You're not here to follow the crowd. You're not here to overthink your life away. You're here to lead with soul, to trust your inner knowing more than the world's noise, to turn your pain into power and your sensitivity into supernatural precision. Yes, the path will challenge you. Yes, people might not understand, but you weren't chosen for ease. You were chosen for evolution. This is your turning point, the moment when the old timeline ends and the new one begins. So ask yourself, are you willing to let go of the familiar, to claim the freedom that's waiting? Are you ready to walk away from who you were taught to be, so you can become who you truly are? Because your soul is ready, and the universe isn't sending signs by accident. It's aligning the storm and the stillness to wake you up. Right now, you stand at the gate, and only one question remains. Will you walk through? Because if you do, your clarity returns, your purpose awakens, and your real life begins. Comment, I choose my soul. Like if this message stirred something deep inside you, subscribe for more Virgo awakening prophecies. Share this with another Virgo, because someone you know needs this message right now.